everyone, and welcome on into another LEGO Marvel CMF review on my channel. Today we're checking out my Phase 4 Part 2. Part 1 is already up on the channel and will be linked in the description, and this is just covering everything from Multiverse of Madness to where we ended off with Black Panther Wakanda Forever. But without further ado, let's get on into the video. Starting off the series, we have a character that I wish was interpreted into LEGO, being Mr. Fantastic Reed Richards. He didn't play that big of a role in Multiverse of Madness, but he did explain a lot, and he did play a significant part in the kind of mid-section of the movie, and I thought it'd be really cool to recreate him here. So, here we have Reed Richards. I gave him the Captain America hairpiece in black, as well as an all-new face expression modeled off of the Infinity War Captain America. I also gave him a blue base with some dual molded legs with black boot printing, as well as a bit of printing up on the hips there, as well as an all new torso print and some side arm printing. And of course, for his accessory, I gave him an enlarged fist, as Mr. Fantastic can stretch his limbs and enlarge them. Then, for our second minifigure, we have Clea Strange. She didn't play that big of a role as she was part of the end credits, but I think that was such a big part of the movie, and it kind of all led into that I just wanted to include her here. So here she is. She uses Sally's hairpiece in white, as well as the Inquisitor's hilt in translucent purple, as well as a little tooth blade piece in translucent purple. She also has a new cape, as well as all new torso and leg printing. Then moving on to our first show of the series, we have MoonKnight, and this figure looks a bit rough as I drew it beforehand and was just like, well, why don't I just include it anyways? So here it is. He has all new printing on the legs and torso, which the arms and legs are both dual molded there, as well as he has the signature Lego cape, which looks a bit old because it is the old model, but this would be the new model, as well as he has the Ninjago Timekeeper helmet piece or hood with a bit of printing on the forehead there, and he comes with a new face expression underneath that to show the lit eyes under there, and he also comes with his gold little moon daggers that he uses. But of course you can't have MoonKnight without Arthur Harrow, so here he is using a dark red color scheme as the base, as well as has a dual molded arm on his left there with a tattoo of the Amit crest there, as well as he has dual molded legs, this time with the shoes. He also uses a new piece for the scarab, being a rough representation of the snitch there. He also comes with a walking cane, Han Solo's head, and an all kind of like set back hairpiece, as I thought those fit these images on the left there. And starting off our Thor Love and Thunder minifigures, we have Zeus. They really missed out with making a Zeus minifigure, as he would look incredible in LEGO. So for him, I used the Old Man Luke Skywalker hairpiece in dark tan, as well as used a base of Obadiah Stane's head from the Iron Man LEGO set, which worked pretty well. I just updated the beard color to fit. I also gave him all new torso and leg printing, which the legs are dual molded with gold little shoes there, and a white kind of blouse around it. I also made him a all new piece for as an accessory, which is a lightning bolt, which is just double-sided and has a place where the minifigure can hold it. And of course you can't have Zeus without Thor, and for Thor I chose to do his black suit. So there aren't many differences from his minifigure from Thor Love and Thunder. However, he comes with an all-new suit, this time in black. He also has his little fluffy little cape pieces on his torso there, as I couldn't include the neck attachment as it didn't fit with the hair. But for the hair, I gave him Qui-Gon Jinn's from Star Wars, this time in dark tan, the same one that he uses from the sets. I also gave him the same cape, but this time I gave him a different face expression, looking like the one that we got, but this time with a more shocked expression. I also gave an all-new build for Stormbreaker. I also gave him some black hands and a all-new leg print. And our next minifigure we have is, I think his name is Kareem, but he's better known yet as the Red Dagger. For him, I made an all-new torso print and face print, as well as gave him Kanan Jarren's hairpiece in black, as well as a scarf to cover it up, as that is his signature look. I also gave him a little knife on the side to show the kunais that he uses. I also gave him black mid-legs and a sandy kind of green base as the torso. And of course, for the main character of the show, we have Miss Marvel. For Miss Marvel, I gave her the same hairpiece that she came with in her first LEGO debut, this time in black. I also gave her an all-new face expression, torso, and leg printing, as well as some sidearm printing there. And she uses a translucent fist in purple, which is the new purpley glitter, as well as the same with that Power Blast piece on the right there. And for our next minifigure, fittingly for the show She-Hulk, is of course She-Hulk. For She-Hulk, I used the same skin tone as the one released a few years ago with the only She-Hulk minifigure, as well as used the same hairpiece, as I believe in the show it is a bit more on the black side, but in these images right here it has a little bit of a greenish tint there, so I kept that. I, for her accessories, gave her a few bricks, as I didn't really know any other accessory to give her, but for her suit, I gave her the purple, black, and white color scheme there with all the angles and all that built in. I also gave her some dual molded arms there, as well as dual molded legs with the shorts and some white shoes. And now for probably the most cursed minifigure you guys have ever seen, we have Werewolf by Night. He was a bit difficult to draw as I drew him around the same time that the show released, and there wasn't a bunch of promotional images, but if there were, they were in black and white, so here is my attempt at it. Honestly, I probably should have used a brown base instead of a light nougat, but I think it just makes the minifigure look a lot more funny, in my opinion. So here we have Werewolf by Night. For his accessories, I gave him the Wolverine claws, as he uses claws in the show, which I thought just, okay, yeah, that's fitting. I also gave him some blue jeans there with the fur and his claw-like feet sticking out of the bottom there, so which would make it dual molded. I also gave him some fur printing on the chest there and the arms and around his face there to symbolize kind of the beard look. I also gave him Namor's head piece with the ears being light nougat as well as the head being dark brown, and gave him an all new face expression showing his markings and his big wide teethy grin there. And for our final project here, we have Queen Ramonda from Black Panther Wakanda Forever. For Queen Ramonda, I gave her an all new cloth mold to go around her neck, as well as an all new hat mold, which symbolizes her little crown that she has in the pictures on the left. I also gave her all new torso printing with a bit of side arm printing there, as well as an all new skirt print there, and an all new face print, which suits her a lot. And for her accessory, I gave her a vibranium spear, which is of course in gunmetal gray. And for our final minifigure of the series, we have one of the Midnight Angels, this one being Aneka. This minifigure should have been in the Black Panther War on the Water set, as this is one of the main reasons why they win the battle. She comes with a all-new skirt piece with a little tendril in the front there, as well as all-new torso and leg printing. Unfortunately, there is no arm printing, as I thought LEGO wouldn't really do such a thing as it is a bit busy. She also has a all-new helmet piece coming with a new attachment there for the back, which are the little tendrils that you see on the suit there, with some daggers in translucent blue there, as well as dual molded legs there. But that concludes the series, and here you have all 12 of them all laid out there. But yeah, if you guys did go on to enjoy the video, please make sure to subscribe and like the video, as we are so close to 100 subscribers, and it would be amazing if we could get there by next week. Please and thank you. But anyways, thanks.